This week, so many exciting things have happened. We got that first magical feeling of summer. That lazy, middle of the day, sticky heat where you just lay in the shade of a tree or float in the water, or both. We've also been working really hard in the cooler mornings on our latest project, a permaculture duck garden. Planting and sowing seeds just in time before the first summer monsoonal rain comes rolling in over the hills. And, most excitedly, we welcome someone really special into our big flower hat-wearing animal family. With the seasonal changes and this cuddly boy, everything feels like a new beginning. The amazing growth of the beginning of summer. We are sisters, Julia and Anastasia, and this is our home in the Australian rainforest. We spend our days caring for animals, growing food, creating, building, and learning to live off the land. One of the things that we've learnt from our time in nature is to live with the seasons, to swim when it's hot, and to dance in the much-needed spring rain. It fills the creeks and the dam and allows everything to suddenly come alive. All the plants and trees shoot bright green in its nourishment. It's the perfect time to plant, so we've been working in the new duck yard, with lots of breaks for swims in the heat of the day. We are still trying to find the perfect name for this big fluffy boy. Please comment if you have any suggestions.
Hey everyone! So, this is our newest addition to the family. He is the biggest sweetheart. He's so cuddly. He's a maremma, so he's going to be a protector for all of the animals and be a guardian for them. Make sure that they don't get hurt by predators or anything. But at the moment, he is just a sleepy puppy. But he'll learn. He'll learn, won't you? You're too sleepy. Too sleepy. Today we are getting back to the duck pen. It's been 2 weeks since we made it and we really want to get the ducks moved in. So today we're going to do the last finishing details. We've started building a gate, so we're going to finish that and hopefully hang it up. And we're going to start planting flowers. No, you don't bite. No. No biting. No chewing. No chewing. Alright, let's get started planting. You gonna help?
We start out by digging holes. This has been a big project that we've been working on for a while now. We recently built this fence, and the cute duck house. And before that, this whole area was overgrown with lantana, a weed that is really invasive in this area. I know it's only a small paddock, but I can't even describe how it feels to have used our own hands to clear this land of invasive species, and now replant and regenerate it. Even though lantana is a super invasive weed, the only good thing about it is that if you can finally clear it from the land, the soil is beautifully conditioned afterward. While Mum digs, Julia lays down the cardboard. This suppresses weeds with organic matter that will break down into the soil and add carbon. While learning to farm regeneratively and incorporating permaculture principles, we've learned that everything starts with the soil. Part of our practice is to always make compost and add it to our gardens, and also grow plants that are suited to our environment. This African basil thrives and works so well as a border plant to suppress weeds. In summer, it's really important to mulch because it keeps moisture in the ground and keeps the weeds away. In this garden, we want to mimic nature, using permaculture techniques and layers of shrubs. Planting in the rain is also a way that we work with nature's systems and not against them. It's starting to get really hot, so it's time for a swim down at the dam.
And I was like a buffalo, wild and temperamental. I heard you whisper in a gale blowing through my rolling grassland. And you were like a howling breeze, a whistling wind throwing leaves. Painted in the summer sky, I'll follow you through the middle of the night.
We collect marigold seeds from older drying flowers. It's so beautiful to pick and spread the seeds around.
Well, I remember when I saw you.
I also collect the nasturtium seeds from under the big bright flowers.
In moss and stone. And I was sleeping near you.
The feeling of spreading seeds and waiting for new growth is like nothing else. The simple childlike excitement of waiting for your seeds to sprout and grow into something special.
Well, I faintly heard you stir
A while ago, we propagated this African basil by simply cutting the bush and placing them in a jar with water. They grew little roots in a few days, and by 2 weeks, they are ready to put in the soil.
And my ear had only heard of you, but now my eyes have seen. And my ear had only heard of you, so I take back all these lies that I believe. Oh, that I believe.
Hey, Maggie. You're gonna sit on our fan. Hey, Maggie. Everyone's here.
And I couldn't tell you, that's why I run. So I gave up and slept straight in the sun.
You help me.
I'm awake to see you now. I'm awake to see you now. And I couldn't tell you, don't let you in. I took your love and threw it straight to the wind. I'm awake to see you now. I'm awake to see you now. I'm awake to see you now.
Knock, knock.
What about...
Hello. You're having a nap.
I'm building up a windmill. I'm taking signs of where you've been.
The black sapote tree is so full of fruit, so we're picking lots. They taste just like chocolate pudding, but we're experimenting with different recipes too.
I'm planting with perennial. I'm turning through the pages. I've heard you dwell in the weatherings. And if I can't find you, is it my machine? When my orchard's green,
You're too little to do anyway.
will I be too tired of working? Or see that the crops have been growing on this very mountainside? Is this the time to dig in? A timely farmer's juncture. I'm turning the soil and watering, still trying to catch the weather. Is this the time to dig in? My clothes are worn and fading, so I'll plant things slow and steady.
Julia is making a black sapote bread. We think it might be a bit like banana bread, but more chocolatey.
If you send me out to the morning, 'cause you have a message that needs sent to your mother, I'll go over the mountains, across every range that I can find.
We use black sapotes, yogurt, vanilla, ghee, coconut oil, eggs, cinnamon, buckwheat flour, and almond flour, with a few nuts and dates. The full recipe is up on our Patreon.
Bring back a bounty in my wagon. And I'll work it through And if I catch the sun in my eyes, if I lose sight, would you keep on a lantern for me?
Summer coming means many things here. It means that the beautiful summer rain starts, and everything begins to turn bright green. The crimson rosellas visit and sing in the evenings.
I can't barter or trade out of this one.
The sheep don't have access to a lot of grass after the dry spring, so we take them on walks in what we call the long paddock, or the road, where they enjoy munching on grass and escape off to the mulberry tree.
And I remember I saw you and I feel when it whistles the grain. So I'll take this passage through the mountains. Half those I'm not afraid this time. Half those I'm not afraid this time. And I should never have forgot, but I did. Half those I'm not afraid this time.
Oh my god! This is why we stopped giving you oats, isn't it? Don't find anything. Oh, wait, it's it wrong. I'm ready to use one.
In the spring, the snakes wake, and on the way home, we spot 2 huge brown snakes mating. They are the second most venomous snakes in the world and can strike so fast, so we're always very careful when we see them. Back on the ridge, we spot a huge wedge-tailed eagle. They have a wingspan of up to 2.3 meters and can hunt large mammals and even kangaroos. We worry about the animals each time, so this is one of the many reasons we decided to get our new dog. He is going to be able to protect the animals from snakes, birds, goannas, and wild dogs. We drove over the mountains to bring this sweet pup home, and we're so excited for him to grow up on the farm alongside all of the animals.
Well, I remember when I saw you. You smelled of mist and moss and stone.
On his first morning, we introduced him to all the animals. For now, he's not sure what to think. But one day, he will be a guardian to this big animal family.
Do you want to meet our new friend?
I faintly heard you stirring. A current, an ancient flood and fire. And you, the great plain of waters. And I, the sleeper and the light. And my ear had only heard of you, but now my eyes have seen. And my ear had only heard of you, so I take back all these lies that I believe. Oh. that I'll believe.
Last week, Julia made a ferment, so we're very excited to taste it.
And I couldn't tell you, that's why I run. So I gave up and slept straight in the sun. I'm awake to see you now. I'm awake to see you now.
It tastes so good.
And I couldn't tell you, don't let you in. I took your love and threw it straight to the wind. I'm awake to see you now. I'm awake to see you now. I'm awake to see you now.
Now we're off to the studio, where Julia is painting a pot and I'm making a gate for the new paddock. Julia collects unwanted pots from op shops and repurposes them. She finds pots in the back shelves of secondhand shops and provides a new life to them, creating art from these old objects. She considers each colour and stroke and reimagines them into something so beautiful.
I've seen some rocky giants sitting under the clouds, feet of stone and eyes of snow, crystalline and proud. The wind is blowing through my canyon, I'm too scared to move. Tie a rope up to this mule, stubborn disapprove. Stubborn disapprove. Stubborn disapprove. 'Cause I don't think I can take the journey through this pass where the snow giants stand. If you can lead me, pack me and break me, I'll fight you sometimes, I fought you always, through this pass where the snow giants stand. Take your time on me. Take your time on me. Take your time on me. I've seen some rocky giants sitting under the clouds, feet of stone and eyes of snow, crystalline and proud. The wind is blowing through my canyon, I'm too scared to move. Tie a rope up to this mule, stubborn disapprove. as the snow, crystalline and proud. The wind is blowing through my canyon, not too scared to move. Tie her rope up to this mule, stubborn disapprove. Stubborn disapprove. Stubborn disapprove. 'Cause I don't think I can take the journey through this pass where the snow giants stand. If you can lead me, pack me and break me, I'll fight you sometimes, I fought you always. Through this pass where the snow giants stand. Take your time on me. Take your time on me. Take your time on me. I've seen some rocky giants sitting under the clouds, feet of stone and eyes of snow, crystalline and proud. The wind is blowing through my canyon, I'm too scared to move. Tie a rope up to this mule, stubborn disapprove.
Oh, perfect. Kind of. Yay!
We are making this gate from old fence palings. They're a bit rotten, but we can use the parts that are still good. It feels so great to repurpose these old materials and make something beautiful and practical from them.
I heard you whisper in a gale blowing through my rolling grassland.
We are so passionate about repurposing and finding new life from things that would have otherwise been thrown out. Through this, we can take regenerative practices past the field, working with old materials and learning from them, finding ways to give them a purpose again.
And you were like a howling breeze, a whistling wind throwing leaves. Painted in the summer sky, I'll follow you through the middle of the night. Through wild and temperamental.
Hi! Come on.
Thanks so much for watching along. Please subscribe. Your support means so much. We are so grateful for each of our patrons, whose help means that we can continue to care for the animals and regenerate the land.